I thank the prime sponsor's efforts for this underlying bill, and I too go back to what we learned while we were working on the Results First program. And I believe he accurately identified what the goal was regarding those programs, and more importantly, what the stakeholders specifically requested. They requested that we look at our budget, we identify those programs that actually work, change those that do not, so that we could free up more resources to drive back into the very same programs that they had identified. So what are those programs? Because there are some here in this room who would have you believe since 2012 that absolutely nothing has been done since that program was taken away. The truth is that money was allocated to other lines. Those lines, the TANF payments, just for this year, $190 million. LIHEAP payments, $155 million. Child care payments, $848 million. SNAP, $2.5 billion. WIC, $278 million, and CHIP expenses were $484 million, and medical assistance was $28 billion, for a total spend of $33 billion in these programs. Programs that were identified and increased because of the savings realized from these other programs. What is that increase just since last year in available state and federal funds? $2.6 billion. Mr. Speaker, we have been allocating into those areas where the money is most needed. That was the original goal back in 2012, and it remains the same today. To the gentleman's point regarding the reimbursements, I think it's important to reiterate that fact as well. There are some that believe that this is absolutely free money. It's not accurate. With a reimbursement rate of less than 20%, it is our taxpayers who pay that bill. Mr. Speaker, there's a whole host of other things that are also important, and to quote the gentleman before me, stubborn facts. The truth is there are more job openings than people right now. It would be wise to help those who can transition into better opportunities. Let's spend our money there. Let's focus on the opportunities for our citizens so that they can have a better tomorrow. Let's focus on the lines that we've already supplemented in that interim. There are some that have you believe that this program and the money that was associated with it simply disappeared and was not spent elsewhere, and that is wrong, because we've made targeted investments in the Commonwealth since that time and will continue to do so. And Mr. Speaker, regarding the gentleman from Lancaster's comments regarding the issues in the city, I'm very aware of those. I have worked with him in serving meals at the rescue mission together. Our entire delegation does. Because in Lancaster, it's not just one community, we're a county community. So everybody helps. We recognize that some of the social services tend to be anchored in the cities. That doesn't mean that nobody else goes there to help. That doesn't mean that during the extraordinary give, where we as a county raise millions of dollars to help these people, that does not mean that people outside the city didn't care. Everybody across the county cared. Everybody across the county had the opportunity to get help. And Mr. Speaker, it was a local decision, and I'm proud of the local efforts. It's one that I think that can be replicated all across the Commonwealth. And I think the Commonwealth's business should be focused on working on those programs that actually help people, not ones that were wrought with fraud that was identified by a Democratic Auditor General. Mr. Speaker, it's time that we vote in the affirmative for this bill so that we can move this and the other budget-related items contained in it forward and get to helping people.